It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, good to meet you.
Everybody in Georgia is really excited about the Chick-fil-A game. I know they only have a few hundred tickets left, and we're expecting those to sell out in 10 minutes or so on Monday morning. Talk a little bit about, ever since this game started, you guys talked about wanting Georgia in the Georgia Dome. Talk about the process to get them into this game.
Well, it's interesting. When I took the contract over to Greg McGarity, he and Frank Crumley were in the room. We sat at the conference table, and I gave them the contracts, and I said, and their heads were down, and I said, well, this is the contract for the Georgia-Florida game. And their heads popped up, and they said, whoa, wait. And I said, no, I'm just kidding. We tried that. But, we've been trying to get Georgia in the kickoff game. It just so happened that Greg and Mark, it really worked in us being able to fill Louisville's schedule with North Carolina, which then freed Georgia up. And then ESPN was a huge help with getting Boise State, and Pete Boone and Houston Nutt helped us because Boise was supposed to play Mississippi at Ole Miss in the first game. So we moved that match up to 14, so that freed up Boise. And so we were able to put the matchup of Boise and Boise State and Georgia together.
Now, Georgia fans are always excited for a trip to play in the Georgia Dome. Tell us about how many Boise State fans do you think we can expect to see down there? Did they sell out their whole allotment?
They're sold out. They wanted 7,500 tickets, and they've sold those out. So we're 2 months out, and they're already sold out. Georgia, as you said, it's a foregone conclusion that they're going to sell out of their 53,000 tickets that they wanted. So we're going to have another sellout, our fourth sellout of the Chick-fil-A Kickoff Game, and I think a great atmosphere with Boise being probably top 5, top 10 for sure, and Georgia top 25 as well.
Now, we've talked to some of the players this morning. They're really excited about the new Nike Pro Combat uniforms that both teams will be wearing. Did Nike have anything to do, or did this Pro Combat promotion have anything to do with brokering the deal between the two schools, or is that something that they just kind of came up with on their own?
No, we had the game and the matchup, and then they looked at that matchup and said, well, we ought to take advantage of this because they're both Nike schools. They've done Boise uniforms in the past, different kind of uniforms, and I think Mark wanted to do it because he's looking to build some enthusiasm. That's why he wanted this game to play in this. I think the uniforms, and we are the only game on that first weekend, and really the only game all season that Nike will have Pro Combat uniforms with both teams. The last game, Army-Navy, will be the other game that they'll have that.
Talk a little bit about the festivities that go on before the game at the World Congress Center. What all is entailed that, and what can Georgia fans look forward to doing before the game in Atlanta?
Well, hopefully they come over on Friday because we've got a special night at the aquarium and the World of Coke that they can be a part of the fan nights there. And then on Saturday we've got a concert with OAR in Centennial Olympic Park that'll take place at I think 2 o'clock. And then you got the kickoff cook-off, which will be in West Plaza at the Georgia Dome, where we'll have music there and people cooking out and contests for tailgaters, etc. And then in the Congress Center, if you want air conditioning, you can be at Fan Fest, which we'll have the dog walk go through Fan Fest at about 5:30, 5:45 on Saturday. And then if you really want a special opportunity, we've got the Bulldog Bash tailgate party, which will take place in one of the ballrooms. We'll have big screen TVs up so people can watch games all day, eat some good food, have some drinks, and really relax in some air conditioning. So a lot of activities going on. And then we kick off. We do play football at 8 o'clock that night.
Tell us a little bit about plans for the College Football Hall of Fame that's slated to go to be built in Atlanta. Or construction may have already started. And what's the anticipated completion date for that?
Sure.
And will there be any Bulldogs in the Hall of Fame when it opens?
Oh, yeah. Well, we know that Herschel Walker is coming to the kickoff game for sure. But in 2013, we'll open the new College Football Hall of Fame. And on that same weekend of the Chick-fil-A Kickoff Game, we'll host the enshrinement ceremonies of the new Hall of Famers. So in 2013, opening of the Hall of Fame, obviously new facility, $82 million facility, the kickoff game, and the enshrinement ceremonies. And then every year, sequentially after that, we'll host the enshrinement ceremonies on kickoff weekend.
Well, very cool. Thanks for taking the time to meet with us. Looking forward to seeing you in Atlanta, and go Dogs.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Wonderful. Thanks.
All right. I hope.
Yeah, we're
Appreciate it.